Muddy crawl spaces, storm-soaked ground, and the sweet relief of clean clothes set the stage for putting on the new from TableTalk Magazine, a vivid meditation on Ephesians chapter 4, verses 17 through 32, where the Apostle Paul calls believers to strip off the rotting garments of the old man and step, freshly washed, into the radiant clothing of Christ's righteousness. With earthy imagery and gospel clarity, this article reminds us that sanctification is not self-improvement, but Spirit-wrought renewal, a daily shedding of corruption and a joyful dressing in holiness. Now for our reading. In 2022, Florida endured a 1-2 punch from a pair of hurricanes. Ian made landfall in Cayo Costa on September 2080 as a Category 4 hurricane. Just 6 weeks later, Nicole made landfall in Vero Beach on November 10th as a Category 1 hurricane. Nicole went over much of the same ground as Ian had, and that ground was still very saturated. There was nowhere for the water to go, and a lot of flooding resulted. Though my house was spared major effects, it is on a crawl space, and during big storms, a lot of water collects there. Since it's not good to have a bunch of water sitting under the house, I have to get under there and pump it out. I sometimes have to stay under there for a few hours, constantly moving the pump around. The whole time I'm lying in disgusting, dirty water and mud. I'm wearing a rain suit and rain boots, but it doesn't matter. I still get soaked and filthy. Once I get out from under the house, I want nothing more than to remove those clothes and take a shower and put on some clean, dry clothes. There is, perhaps, no better feeling than getting clean and dry after being wet and dirty. It makes you feel like a new man. Paul draws on this dynamic when describing the Christian life in Ephesians chapter 4, verses 17 through 32. He tells his readers to put off your old self, which belongs to your former manner of life and is corrupt through deceitful desires, and to be renewed in the spirit of your minds, and to put on the new self, created after the likeness of God in true righteousness and holiness. This is the foundation of Christian ethics. We are transformed. We are made new. We put on the new man, and we put off the old man, for the old man is dead. There is no point in trying to hold on to the old man. The old man is corrupt, decaying, putrid. Trying to hang on to the old man would be like if I wanted, after crawling around under my house for hours, to keep my filthy clothes on. There is nothing good about the old man, and once we understand that, we will want to strip it off as fast as we can. The previous clothing is no longer fitting or appropriate to those who are in Christ. When we take off one thing, we put on something else. We are given pure vestments or clothing, a new covering that allows us to stand before God. That covering is the righteousness of Christ, imputed to us and received by faith alone. Over the course of the Christian life, we increasingly grow into that covering. Through the work of the Spirit, our hearts, minds, and desires are transformed as we more and more die to sin and live to righteousness. As we do, we continually put off the old man and put on the new man, looking more and more like the new creations that we are. Reverend Kevin D. Gardner is Associate Editor of TableTalk Magazine and a teaching elder in the Presbyterian Church in America. This concludes our reading. Thank you for listening.